One question I've gotten a lot recently is about two-person Hagbah, or Hagbah, if you're Sephardi or Mizrahi, which is the lifting of the Torah, depending on your tradition, either right before or right after the Torah is read from, to show the congregation that you've just read from a kosher Torah scroll. And the way that this is commonly done in the United States is that you'll have one person come up to the Torah and take each of the Atzei the rollers, and try to lift the Torah themselves. That works fine if you have some very big, strong people in your community and your Torah scrolls aren't too heavy, although it's not very good for the scroll itself, because you can get torsion and you can get shear on the sheets of the Torah, and this creates tears, and it makes tears worse over time, and sometimes you do Hagbah, and then a tear you didn't even notice runs straight through your sheet. So I'm going to show you how to do a two-person Hagbah, which is better for your Torah scroll, and it's more accessible for the people doing the lifting. You can add more Torah honors for people to come up to the bima, and you can bring out some of those heavier Torah scrolls that maybe you've brought out of circulation because they're too heavy to lift. So Cantor Josh is going to join me to demonstrate the two-person Hagbah, which is the tradition of Italian Jewry. With any kind of Hagbah, whether it's one person or two person, ideally you're rolling out at least 3 columns, and you want there to be a seam somewhere within that span. Hopefully the Torah doesn't tear, but if it tears during Hagbah, better that it should tear along a seam than through the parchment. That's a much easier repair. So now that you've got your columns showing, one person grabs one Eitz Chaim, the roller, on Bereshit, and the other grabs on Devarim, and you lift. And this is a part that takes a lot of communication in advance. You'll want to make sure that you know where you're walking to and how you're do-si-doing, but somehow you do-si-do, and you show the Torah to the people on the right, and you show the Torah to the people on the left. Now they know you've read from a kosher Sefer Torah, so you can walk the Torah over to where it's going to be rolled. And Cantor Josh and I are going to do our roll with just our 2 people, but if you want, you can have a third person come and roll with you. And now this is the same as an Ashkenazi Galila. You put your vimpel on there, and the cover. And that's a two-person Hagbah, which I think, besides the fact that it's better for your Torah and it involves more people, I also think it looks nicer. It's a better aesthetic to have 2 Jews lift the words of God together rather than one Jew kind of just show how strong they can be in lifting a big old Sefer Torah by themselves.